It was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, entrance I've ever seen. And Punk, I've met him one time years and years ago. He was a tag team partner of mine against Dusty in an independent show. He has something, I don't know really what. Maybe it's a generation that was is in front of me that I can't connect with. I think I can, but he connects with that audience because he's one of them. And nobody else in the wrestling business would have had the balls after 7 years of not being on TV. The high point for me is when he ran and jumped in and they caught him with open arms.
Yep. It's great.
Bring me back. Take me back. I'm yours. The psychological view for me was he was resurrected. And those fans are his apostles.
Well
I don't
said,
think
yeah.
this guy can do anything wrong if he's allowed to book his own shit. But that's the only thing I'm afraid of. His fans are the most forgiving fans I've ever seen. In this day and age where people turn on you on a dime, like Goldberg, right? Gets booed out of the building.
Yep.
Lashley becomes a babyface and he's the top heel, right?
Yep.
When he grabbed Goldberg in the front face locked and looked around, he was a babyface, right?
100%.
Forgiving is he got his ass kicked there in Chicago the first time he fought. The second time he got beat up. Nothing was in their mind about that. Their guy was coming back for them. He did an incredible, incredible job. The best I've ever seen. So when we talk about great workers now, for me, that's the greatest work I've ever seen. So I got to say he's the greatest worker of all times.
Wow. Damn.
Hey, it's the King of Connecticut, and it's a beautiful morning here on the Bearded Clam. I just watched Kevin Sullivan here on the Hannibal TV discussing his feelings on why CM Punk's comeback was so tremendous in AEW and why he feels CM Punk is, in his own words, the greatest worker ever. And I have a slightly different take on that. I think that CM Punk's comeback on AEW and the pop that it got represents why professional wrestling today is no longer mainstream and why it has become so niche with its own fans that are, let's face it, not the coolest bunch. Now, Kevin Sullivan said something that he feels like the fans relate to CM Punk. And that defines the problem. That defines why professional wrestling's ratings will never be what they once were. They relate to CM Punk, he said, because they're like, CM Punk is like them. A bunch of nerds who can't win a fight. People don't like that. The mainstream people don't like that. Professional wrestlers should be larger than life. Professional wrestlers should be tough guys. And professional wrestling should look like a real fight. And it's no longer taken seriously because of the niche and because of people like CM Punk. Contrast that to the professional wrestling that I know and I came into the business with guys like Billy Wicks, who was my mentor and trainer, who told me you make everything you do in that ring, you let those people know you could do it to them effortlessly, and I could. And CM Punk, well, we saw what his true fighting skills were in the UFC. He was exposed, and he's no longer, the mainstream audience no longer takes him seriously, but the small niche professional wrestling audience does. Professional wrestling, once again, needs to be larger than life. The characters need to be taken seriously as fighters, as wrestlers, if they want to get the mainstream audience, what they're not getting now. AEW is extremely niche. It's nothing compared to what WCW was during those Monday Night Wars. This is the King of Connecticut. CM Punk is a pencil neck geek.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.